welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you're new. I'm Tia with Tia and the Beasleys. If you're not familiar with me or my family or my channel, please watch my introduction video after you watch this video. I'll have it linked at the top here as well as in the description box below. And I apologize for everybody that has been around for a while, that has heard my introduction a million times, and I say the same thing every time. I do apologize. It's something I have to say just for anybody that's new. And if you are new, thank you. Thank you for clicking on this video. And if you're a subscriber, thank you for coming back. So today's video, I'm super excited for. It's something that I've been wanting to do for so long. It's been on my to-do list. It's something that I've been kind of struggling to do. So I finally decided that I was going to do it. And it is going to be a kitchen declutter and clean. So it's going to actually be a two-part video. So I'm doing the first part this Monday, which is today, Motivation Monday. So sorry if I didn't say that before. Happy Motivation Monday. So this is going to be part one, and then next Monday for Motivation Monday is going to be part two. So for this part here, I'm doing a deep clean of my fridge and my freezer, and I'm organizing my Tupperware drawer. I did have a couple more things on my list that I wanted to do. However, I did start to feel under the weather, and I kind of just couldn't function to do very much for a couple days. So it was really difficult for me. So I did get at least a few of the things on my first to-do list done. So that will be what's included in this video today. And then next week I will have a organization of my spice cabinet, which is much needed. I got some more spice containers, so I'm gonna make everything organized and pretty. And then I'm going to do an organization of my Ziploc drawer, which is a disaster. And then I'm hoping to get to my junk drawer, which is also a disaster. So that one will be a fun video as well. But this one is full of organization and cleaning and motivation for sure. And I kind of wanted to break it up into two just so that we didn't have a super long 30-40 minute video that nobody wants to sit down and watch the whole 30-40 minutes. So I kind of broke it down into two so you guys get more bang for your buck. You get that motivation. You don't have to sit and watch a whole 30-minute video, and you kind of still get what you want. So that's my idea. Let me know if that's not something you guys are interested in. If you would rather just see a full 30-minute video, please comment below. Let me know what your guys' suggestions are, your thoughts are. I'm always open for suggestions. I'm obviously new at this, so I'm still trying to get comfortable and familiar with what the viewers want. So the more you can tell me, the more I can provide. But I am super excited to get started in the kitchen, so let's go. Small town, big crowd. So the first thing that I did when I cleaned out the fridge was just took everything off of the door. I pulled everything out and put it on my kitchen table just so that I didn't leave the fridge door open for too long, and I was able to sort through everything and see what I had and what needed to go in the garbage. So the next thing that I did was just check expiration dates. I checked to see what was expired, and if it was expired, I obviously threw it away. And you can see me in a couple of these cans, even though they don't show expired. I opened the top of them because once they're open, sometimes if they're not closed and sealed all the way, you can get some mold buildup on the top of the lid. And that was a mistake that I made with some spaghetti sauce one time. It wasn't expired, but when I opened it, the whole top of the spaghetti sauce was molded because I must not have put the lid on tight the second time around. So I always check it, even though if it doesn't say it's expired, I always check to make sure that there's no mold. Hands up, such a rush. I love having you here with me. To dream big. And then I just took my favorite method, spray, and sprayed down the door and cleaned the rails of the door that were detachable as well. I need to get more method spray, so it's on my list to get when I go to Target, but I absolutely love it. Then once I was done wiping everything down, I put everything back, and I tried to do it a little more strategically this time. I'm sure it will all get messed up when my child takes it out and doesn't put it back exactly where I put it, but that's okay. I just did the whipped cream and kind of coffee creamers and dressings on the top, condiments on the middle, and then drinks on the bottom. For the most part, there's some hot sauces at the top as well, but I kind of just did it the best that I could with the space that I had. And then I went ahead and pulled out just the top row. I did it layer by layer in my fridge, just so I didn't leave my fridge open too long at a time, because it does start to get warm and I didn't want it to have to keep cooling down over and over again. It causes for a lot of electricity. So then I went through what I pulled off of the top rack and just checked expiration dates on that, threw away the things that were expired, and then kind of just wiped down the inside of the top shelf of the fridge with the same method spray, and then put everything back. I couldn't for the life of me get that drawer out, so I finally gave up. I just sprayed it and let it sit for a minute, just so that it will soak up all of any of the dirt and grime that's in there, and then I'll kind of wipe it all down. I organized the top shelf a little bit differently. I put all of my drinks up there, and then it also made it easier because it kind of cleared out the second shelf just by me rearranging everything and putting it on the top. So then that way it helped me be able to wipe down the second shelf as well. You can start to see my organization kind of gets the best to me at times when I realize I don't like the rock stars on the right side. I wanted them on the left side. And then I took the Cokes out of the box and turned everything to where the labels were facing me, almost like a grocery store. So I went ahead and put all of my vegetables in this drawer right here. It just made it easier for me because it's eye level. I can open it and see what vegetables we have and what needs to be cooked. It just makes it easier for me to make sure that the things that need to be eaten get eaten, and then that way nothing goes bad. And here I'm just showing you the nasty coffee that spilled in the back of my fridge. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how long ago that was, but it has been there for a while. So I definitely felt good to kind of get it all clean. It did get everywhere, so I ended up taking the glass out and kind of cleaning all of it, but it felt so much better once it was done. And then I just went ahead and got rid of some stuff that had been in the fridge for a while. All the stuff that was in the drawers, I just went through and looked at expiration dates, different things like that, and just kind of reorganized everything why it soaked in the fridge. I'm a little ashamed to show that because it is really gross. Luckily it's at the very bottom so it doesn't touch any of the food that is in the fridge, but I mean, it partially is food. But then you can see that the little vent on the bottom also fell off. It was also very dirty. I don't know the last time that's been cleaned, so I pulled that off to clean that as well. But it definitely felt good to get all of this deep cleaned, and once it was done, it was so much better. And then I just went ahead and put everything back. I put the stuff that I used for the girls' lunches, or at least Maya's lunches, in that first drawer. So stuff that they can easily reach as well, just for snacks with yogurts and cheeses and stuff. And then I put all of our dairy, cheeses, cream cheese, all of that in the other drawer. That way it's just easy access for me. And we generally have a ton of dairy products, so they all fit perfectly in that drawer. I just took the butter out of the box and stored it in the little butter tray area in the fridge. I wrote on all of the sticks the expiration date that was on the back of the box. That way I knew when each stick of butter was going to expire. Next, we're going to tackle the freezer, which is a whole separate issue. There is so much in here and a ton more than I thought we had. It is packed completely full, and I felt so good once I was done organizing it. It looks so much better. So once I pulled everything out of the freezer, I just did a quick wipe down. I didn't want to leave the freezer open too long, partially because of the same reason for the fridge, but the freezer is a little bit more important because it does get colder, and it was so thawing as I had this open. So I wanted to do it quick, so I just did a quick wipe down of the inside of the freezer and then made sure that it was shut, and then I started to tackle all of the food. I didn't realize how much food was actually stuffed into my freezer, so it felt good to kind of get an idea of what we had. And these next couple weeks, I'm doing a freezer challenge where I'm completely clearing out our freezer. I'm not buying any more food. I'm using exactly what we have and trying to get rid of some of the stuff we already have. So I separated everything into separate buckets. I did a chicken bucket, a other meat bucket, beef, steak, different things like that. And then I had a bucket for fries, sweet potato fries, sort of side dishes. And then I had a basket for the girls' stuff, which is their raviolis, pizzas, some chicken nuggets, just something that the basket I can grab and kind of look and see what I want to make them. And then a basket for frozen vegetables. So that's kind of how I organized it when I put them back into the fridge. Not everything fit in each individual basket, but I did my best. I pulled some things out and put them in front of the baskets as well, just to kind of still keep it kind of organized. For the frozen chicken, I did take it out of that large bag and put it in individual Ziploc bags. That way I can just pull out a Ziploc bag and thaw it versus trying to break up the frozen chicken and thaw it that way. So I can just pull out a bag when I want to de-thaw it. So that was my idea for that. And I didn't realize that some of these baskets were a little taller than I'd wanted, but I did eventually get everything to fit. Then I went to start tackling the Tupperware cabinet. As you can see, it was a very unorganized mess. I started by trying to figure out which ones actually had lids that matched. I found that I had a lot of Tupperwares that didn't have lids, or lids that didn't have Tupperwares for them. So I ended up going through and figuring out which ones actually had lids and which ones I was going to keep, and which ones didn't have lids or Tupperwares, because that defeated the whole purpose. And it would happen to me a lot that I would put food into a piece of Tupperware and then realize I didn't have a lid for it. So it was super frustrating. So I just went through and sorted those first, and then I pulled everything out to kind of reorganize it to find the best way that everything fit in there. So much better. Conclude the video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this motivating kitchen clean and organize. My fridge and freezer really needed it, and as you could have seen from my Tupperware drawer, it needed it as well. I also want to kind of wean off any questions. I did my Tupperware drawer a short time later after my fridge and freezer. I had some errands to run, so I went and changed, and then I ran those errands, and then I came back and finished the task that I had started. So that is why I had the wardrobe change. I don't change multiple times a day. I just did that today, but I am very, very happy and feel so much better that all of that is done. If it's something that you guys enjoyed watching or it did motivate you, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, become part of my YouTube family, and look out for my videos every Monday for Motivation Monday. Hit the little bell to notify you when a new video is posted so that you can watch it to be motivated for the week ahead of you. And I will talk to you guys next Monday. Bye!